Hi and welcome back. So here I have the slot that we designed in the last video, and you'll notice that this has an issue with the bolt being able to go all the way towards the edge of this slot. That is because the geometry of the edge here is not in compliance with the geometry of the bolt. And in this video, I design and print a slot where that is true using a different technique from the last video. But as you can see, here we go, and it is all the way at the edge. So this is in compliance with the profile all the way across. Can slide it over. So the first issue that we saw is that in the corners here of the slot, it does not match the profile of the screw. So I'm going to take a clipping plane here on the X plane, and if I get normal to this, you'll notice that this is quite flat here, whereas a normal screw would be kind of more pointed down. And this is because pitch of the screw going all the way around as opposed to just on this one section, which would be normal. So we're going to fix that in this video. And my plan is to do two of these kind of cylinder-shaped screw things, and then we'll connect them together. So two cylinders, and then we'll connect them together with a few cut extrudes, and that should give us a profile that's a lot more nice to work with screw-wise. So I will get rid of my clipping plane here, and to start off, I think I'll probably get rid of everything except for my base pad. That way we're starting from something fresh. This pocket, yes, we want to keep that pocket. And this wire here is our thread profile, so I'll delete that. Now to start off with, I need a sketch, and I need a sketch that is on the center of this thing here. So center of this bit. So let's see where our origin lies, and it looks like our origin is exactly in the right spot, so that's a little lucky. So I'll take a sketch on this plane here. I'll switch over to part design since I didn't do that in the beginning. And I'll do a sketch here. I'll make this window a little bit bigger. We don't need the console anymore. And I'll put a clipping plane in. And here we're just going to model our thread profile. So we get ourselves a vertical line, a horizontal line, and a second horizontal line. And I actually am going to grab this line here. That way I know where the center of my circle is, the center of my arc. And I will make both of these equal. And we should be symmetric. Great, great. And I'm going to pull up the browser here, and we will open, let's see, it is Theoretical Machinist. And we are looking for a 1/4-20 UNC bolt. And we want the internal thread. So I don't quite remember if that's 2A or 2B. It must be 2B, B being internal threads. And we'll just plop these numbers in here. So let me get a line here. Let's see, yes, I want a point. We'll make this point symmetric between these 2 points, and this will be our midpoint. And I will do a horizontal line here. And the dimension here doesn't matter too much. Oops, I need 2 points. Horizontal line. This one doesn't matter too much as long as we are over this minor diameter. So I will pick, let's see, like 0.19 inches, and maybe we can mess with that later. And that is the diameter, so we need to take this divided by 2. All right, and we've got our major diameter here. So that is between this point and this point here. Oops, looks like I messed up when I was selecting those. Our major diameter, we'll just take the halfway. So we need 0.2621 plus 0.2500 inches. And we're going to divide this by 4. Divided by 4, so that's the average. And then, so that's the major diameter, the minor diameter. So that's looking all good. I actually might dimension the pitch diameter instead of the minor diameter. I think I need to because that controls our height here. So let us see. I'll put a point in here. I'll make it symmetric. I didn't like that for whatever reason. Not sure why. Let me get rid of this this constraint here, and that should make it better. It was over constrained there. And let's see. Actually, instead of dimensioning this, I will just dimension the angle. I think that's a better approach. And the angle for a UNC thread, I believe, is 60 degrees. We can double check that. So I'll grab the degree tool. We'll do 60. Oops. 60. Got to turn the num lock off there. And I'm just going to dimension this so that it's high up enough. So maybe like, I don't know, 0.25 inches. Maybe a little higher than that, 0.5 inches. Oops, and it's not taking my inches there. I thought that was a little bit weird that it was so close. Okay, yeah, that's a bit far. Maybe not quite that far, maybe half that or a quarter of that. That's looking better. So then I need the profile down here. We're going to get ourselves a little fillet on this bottom edge. Root fillet here of between 0.0063 and 0.0021. So I will get the fillet tool and I'll change it to a constraint preserving fillet. And we will do a radius on this. Once I find the radius tool. So 0.0036 plus 0.0018 divided by 4. Nope, divided by just 2, and then inches. Oops, and let's get back into our sketch. And then this thing, let's see, what is undefined? I gotcha. So that destroyed our equal constraint. So we'll make those equal again, and we are still undefined because we lost our angle. So I'll put the angle back in at 60 degrees. And let's just double check that angle while we have some time here. So we're looking for a UNC screw profile. Yep, right there we can see 20 degrees. Or 60 degrees, so we're all good there. Let me bring that back up. I believe I closed the whole thing instead of closing one of the tabs, but that's okay. just in case we need that a little bit later on. I don't think we will, but it is possible. So now that I have this, I will close this, and I'm going to put a line through the center here. And I'm just thinking about how to do that. This, I'll put a line here. And then we'll do this top bit here as a midpoint symmetric. And it doesn't like this constraint. And I will grab the bottom, and we'll just do this and that coincident. Close that. Okay, so now that we have our line, we have our profile, and I will get rid of this datum line. So line profile, and then I'm going to do the same thing that I did before, where I made this a different body temporarily. So now that we have a sketch over here, I should be able to do the additive helix. And let's see. It appears to be choosing the wrong thing to go around. So I want to do a select reference, this guy, and it should be, we need to hide that other sketch so that we can select the shape binder for this one. So now we will do the additive helix once again and change this to select reference. We will select this, and then our pitch is 1/20 inches, and we do need to go a little bit farther. So let us see. We have pitch turns angle, height turns angle. I guess we do actually just want the pitch height angle. That way we can make this a little bit taller. I'm going to turn off the update view here. And we will just make this like 0.75 inches. And that goes all the way through our shape. So that is looking good, looking good. So now let's take this and we will move it. I guess we will duplicate it over to here. So I'm going to grab this shape here. And we just need to figure out how far we need to move this. And that would be the length of this line. So if I come back into the pocket here, we will know that the length of this line is 20.6104 millimeters. So over here into placement of this body, down here in position, I'm going to move it in the X, 20.1604 millimeters. Oops, and this is one issue. We need to, we use the green binder. We need to use the blue binder instead. And let me double check my math there. That was kind of a iffy. So 20.6104. I'm pretty confident I messed that one up. Let's back over to this body, 20.6104 millimeters. Alrighty. And then I'm actually going to hop out of part design here. for whatever reason, it's putting it like way over there. So, oh, I see. It's because we have the wrong body selected. So I will come over to this body, toggle active, and now we should be able to put this plane down. And now come back over to part with this plane and then the additive helix selected. Going to do slice apart, I believe it is. And that'll leave us with just the cross section. And then I'm going to come over to this body here, and I will toggle active. I'll do a plane, so over to part design. Make sure we've got the correct body selected. Do a plane here. And I'll switch back over to part. So this plane and that shape binder. And oops, that is not what I wanted. I'm actually just going to delete this whole body, and we can just move these exploded slices around. So let me grab, I want all of them except for this center one. So which one is the center? It's slice 31. I'll actually just delete that one. And I will admit that this is not parametric, I don't think, but I think that's okay. So let's see. Actually, I'm going to back up a little bit just so we can keep this body around because it's got my information in it. I'll delete that, and I'll take these guys here, and let me create a link to them. Actually, maybe I'll just create a link to this whole folder. That's probably better. And under placement here, I want to move them to the same position as this, so 20.61 and minus 0.7. 20.61, and now I should be good to delete this body, and we should have two slices here. That is good. And real fast, I'm going to show my body here again. And we do need an additive helix on the other side, so I will just grab that real fast. This is going to have the same 20.61. Oops. 20.61. And so now I'm going to hide these two bodies here. And we're just going to do a quick part. Let's see, what do I want? I want a loft. I want to loft between here and here, I think. Let's see, I'm pretty sure that's where I want to loft between. Let me click cancel on that. Figure out. So I want to loft between slice 15 on the far end and slice 15 on the near end. So slice 15 and slice 15. Let's see. I appear to be missing a whole half of my slices. That's okay. Maybe part design will like that better. Let's see. Let me try and plug them all into, yeah, I don't want to plug them all into this body because then they'll get duplicated on the other side. So maybe I'll make a new body here. And now, I actually just want to extrude one of these, so I'm going to grab another body, and I'll grab all of the slices in this one, and we'll just shape binder them. And I think I need to switch over to part to do this extrude here, because part design right now I don't think is capable of handling multi-part, I guess multi-length parts, multi-body parts. And the length of this is just going to be this 20.61 millimeters. So let me come over here, length 20.61. Okay, and we will call that good. Anyways, we should have all of our parts here now. So we've got our body one, should line up pretty well here. Ah, yes, this is the guy. Not sure what these two people are, but I don't know, I won't mess with them right now. So now I just need to, I'm actually going to save because it's a pretty intense operation, seems like. So I might switch over to part to perform this operation. Alrighty, and I want cut and this body. And then one last operation. I want this guy and my body 001. And that should be everything. Let me hide my slices here, and I will save this. We got a little bit of funky geometry there. That's probably from me not typing in all of the numbers. But overall, this is looking pretty good.